Hey guys, Scott Harris, millionaire mentor and the founder of Ultimate Coach, where we train the world's best coaching. Checking in to make sure that you are set up and ready to go. What does that mean? It means if you're watching this, it's February, for goodness sake. I mean, it's February. Can you believe it? We're on. And the year can go by so quick. We got about 10 months of the year left before we start to slow down again. So I really just want to check in and make sure, have you got your goals set up? Have you really sat down and mapped out your year? Have you really sat down and mapped out what are the 4 or 5 categories that are most important to you? Have you really sat down and mapped out what you'd like to have happen in each of those categories? And I know we've given you lots of content on time and planning and so forth, and I hope you've watched all those videos. Today's call, today's conversation, today's reach out is just to say, hey, I hope you've done it. And I hope you have written down on paper somewhere your schedule, your plans, your goals, your activities for each day, each week, and each month. And if you've done that, kudos to you. High five, great job. And if you haven't, go back to the old blogs and watch some videos and get it done, because it's February, for goodness sake, and time is wasting. Now, if you have done that, my only advice for you this week, my only coaching for you on this blog post would really be to make sure that you're working the plan as efficiently, as effectively, ideally as quickly as you possibly can. And that means you've got a buddy, that means you've got a mate, that means you've got a peer group, that means you've got a coach, and you've got someone that's challenging you every day. Are they challenging you and holding you accountable? Are they checking in on you and saying, hey dude, I've done this, have you done that? Or, I'm moving forward on that, have you called that guy? Are you really holding yourself accountable to that plan? Because stage 1 is to do no planning, and ideally most of you have already done your work and scheduling for the year. But that advanced version, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4 is really about getting yourself to follow through on the plan. I had a wise person say to me just the other day, they said, Scotty, awareness may be the first step. We talk a lot about awareness. You can't change something you haven't yet owned and seen and taken responsibility for, but awareness is not action. Awareness is not movement. So I want to make sure today that you've done your planning and now you're moving forward on it. If you're not, maybe you need to check in on the plan. Have you overplanned? Have you overchunked? Have you overcommitted? Have you been overly optimistic? Maybe you just need someone to hold you accountable and to push you and challenge you and move you forward. So you know what I think about coaching and how important and impactful one-on-one coaching can be. So you should get yourself a coach. If that's one of my team, great. In fact, you know what? As we're shooting this video, if you want a free session with one of my guys, ring the office and say, I watched Scott's video and he said I can have a free session. Do that and see if you can cause some trouble in the office. But either way, get yourself a buddy, a peer group, a mentor, someone to hold you accountable and really move forward, because I don't want to scare you, I don't want to freak you out, but it is already 6, 7, 8% through the year, and before we know it, it's going to be March. Before we know it, Easter's going to be gone. Before we know it, it's going to be June, and the midpoint, or for those people in the Southern Hemisphere, the financial year will be over and we'll already be in the second half of the year. So that's my coaching for you. Again, if you want a free session with one of my guys, call the office and say, Scotty said I can have one. That'll cause panic in the office. But most importantly, get your planning done, follow through on it, and along the way, remember, celebrate, enjoy the success, triumph for yourself, and make sure you're having a good time. Till then, let's live very deliberately, and bye for now.